Hello and welcome to a new series of City Skylines building. So I thought it was time for a new series about a new map and all that stuff because I just wanted to have some smaller things which doesn't cripple my machine too much and gives me more reliable gameplay and some challenge to actually fit something on a very small space. So I found actually this map on the workshop, which is called Twin Peaks Island, which features two tiles basically with islands on it and a road and train connection, and do have some ship connections and airplanes as well. So my goal on this map will actually be to make a city on these islands and try to make it as wealthy and beauty as possible in my terms of in my style. So yeah, and for the name of it, I think I have a fable for planets. So I think I'm naming this city after Uranus. Yeah, I'll name it after Uranus because Uranus is a very cool planet, and I think naming a city after Uranus is a nice thing to contribute to two planets at all. So this series will be all about Uranus. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, I have to do that. This series will be about Uranus. So we're going to rename that city to actually be a city of Uranus. So like this. So you know it's the planet. The planet Uranus is very cool, and we're going to need that. So all right, we don't want the night cycle right now. So, okay, so what's the plan for that island? So the actual plan is basically, I will going to start with the first island up here. This will be the main island I'm going to build on first, and we have to solve some challenges right in the beginning, which will actually be having urbanize all of this island. I will build a road around it and then a quay around it, and I will have then the zoning inside here, and I think I'm going to have a little bit of industrial area over there. So this map does not have any resources, so everything has to get imported, which is not a problem, I hope, because we are not having that much space anyway. The second island I think I'm approaching a little bit later, not now. I'm starting here, and I will have the highway will actually go underground because we don't have the space to actually have it above. So we're not caring about money. I'm just have the unlimited money mod on, but I try to have a positive balance all the time at least, or at least after the start. So that's something. And we also have this little patch of land over here, which I'm going to use for garbage. For the simple reason, it's not very realistic that such a small island will handle its garbage on its own. So what normally happens is that such an island would just sell off their garbage and trash to someone else who is basically able to care for it. And I'm going to simulate that with having the garbage collection over there, but I'm actually trying to have everything else situated on the island and not somewhere else. So, well, I think we're going to start right off with laying out the quay, the shape of the island. So we need to shape Uranus. We really need to shape it. No, don't laugh. It's very serious. It's a very serious city, the city of Uranus. So we're going to build a city here, and it's called Uranus. It's not funny. No, it isn't. So I'm just starting off laying out the general structure right there. I will see you in a couple of minutes. Okay, so what I'm doing here, I'm flattening the terrain to actually have everything flat to work with, and then I'm laying out the outer perimeter of roads. So this is basically shaping what I want to end up with. And yeah, shaping Uranus. I'm shaping Uranus here, so it's very basic to do. I'm just shaping the straight roads along the shoreline. What I'm trying to do here is to get a nice curve, which is not going the way I want it to. So I'm trying to do it differently, but I'm ending up with making it that way with smaller pieces connecting together, and then having a straight line actually connecting all that up, because I do want a distinct angle at this distinct road. So, and I'm going from the other side, actually measuring around how big the actual curve has to be, because I do want to have them equal. I'm placing a road here for actually taking the high of it to actually flattening everything with move it on the same high. Now the next thing to do is actually removing the terrain which is on the outside of the road, flattening everything underneath. So it's basically giving me a line to work with the quay tool then. So I'm going to flattening all around the road. So the road actually acts as a measurement point where I can now put the quays in here. So I'm now basically just putting down the quays, doing all the stuff, and first straight pieces, and then I'm connecting the straight pieces with curved ones. And that's basically it. The next thing to do is just bring everything on the same height again. There's some issue with the quay aligning to the wrong side, which was solved. Now I'm rounding some roads with node controller and then smoothing out the hard edges, removing all trees like here, and yeah, making some stuff cleaner and making that sort of using some rocks to actually cover up the end of the quay, because the game does not feature any sort of end piece for the quay, so you always have to use tricks like these to actually cover it up. So now I'm changing the road to have palms instead of the standard trees. Now I'm not exactly sure what's the name of that mod is right now, but maybe I'll link it in the description. And the next thing to do is actually, removing that piece, because we are now going to create the main entrance into the island. And I do want to have, because this is a planet themed, so we named the city Uranus, we named the city after Uranus, and therefore I think we should contribute to the planety source of that name to make actually some round structure to actually replicate some planet. And what I'm doing here is using node controller to actually fit all those roads into that roundabout, which will be highly effective. And I'm also trying to actually make the sizes correctly here with moving the end pieces with node controller, which doesn't always work out that way, because sometimes it happens like here that the actual lines stop lining up. So they're still lining up right now, but they glitch out very soon. So you really have to find something. Yeah, I'm using here the road line marking tool to actually line out all my intersections here. I'm playing around a little bit. That's what I basically do. And yeah, this is fast forward because it's very boring to just watch me doing that. So the next thing I want to actually do is to have the road go underground, because I don't want to have the highway be on the top of the island. It would waste too much space. So I decided that these roads will now go right into this round structure in the beginning. So when you reach Uranus, you just go underground into the black hole. That's what you do. It's very planet related, actually. It could replicate a black hole in Uranus. No. We're back with Uranus. Uranus is here. So I did a lot of work. So I worked a lot on Uranus. So I'm in the city. I worked a lot on the city of Uranus and laid out the general structure, what I want to have on this island, and also play a couple of things. I'm basically talking you through. There's no recording of that because it took a lot of time, a lot of trying around and all, working out how stuff works. So clearing all up again, deleting and do it again. And that's what I ended up with. So let's go with the features. So the first feature is we have this down ramp, which this road, which goes into that hole in Uranus, go underground. And I also made these nice looking islands here with trees, and I covered up the road, not used lanes here, because I don't want to use one lane roads here. It just looks pretty odd, and I like the looks of that much more. And I did this on both sides. This is basically just a wall with some ploppable grass inside. And also the train is now going underneath, everything properly smoothed with the node controller. I also placed already this stadium here to see if it fits, and it fits very well. It will get a parking lot over there, and this will be basically our commercial area. And we do have our underground highway. Let's look at that. So So the underground highway actually goes underground. Who thought about that? Look at that. So we do have these underground intersections, and I made a tutorial how you make such underground intersections in a very easy and convenient way. So there should be a link in the right top of this window to just click on it and watch how we do that. So this highway actually comes out over there, and we do have a second exit over here. We have a third exit for coming out here, which will be industrial based. And we do have another exit to go on both sides of here. Maybe. Not sure if I'm going to go with that. I also laid out this little nice structure because there is this little nice houses I'm used in some other city already. And I always wanted to have a circular structure. So I used that one, which is basically just apartment buildings with a big parking lot in the middle. And as you can see here, and that's another reason I didn't record this, because laying out all these parking spots takes up a considerable amount of time to actually make that right. So what you basically do is you put one parking lot down, rotate it slightly, put the next down, copy that, place it down, rotate it slightly, copy the whole thing again, and you end up with such pieces of round parking lots. So this should actually be a very good area for parking for all those people living in there. And we do also have this little place for having their garbage. Not sure if they use that, but they can. So yeah, and they live pretty near to that beach area. So something else to change? No, not yet. So in the next episode of this series, we're going to actually bring life in Uranus. Oh my god, the name is so bad. So we're actually putting buildings in Uranus. We also want to have a harbor in Uranus, and we also want to have a passenger harbor in Uranus, and we need to care for the garbage in Uranus as well. So I see there will be a lot of fun in the City of Uranus. Who actually came up with that planet name? So I'm not totally sure. Anyway, I see me actually already losing subscribers because of all the puns in this series, and maybe all of you think, they're not funny. Shut up, the guy. Stop lamenting about Uranus. Stop talking about Uranus. So I'm not talking about Uranus. I'm talking about the City of Uranus, actually. And yeah, there's also the second island here, which will be part of Uranus. So no. And yeah, I think the next series, the next episode in this series, we go more into detail, trying out. Yeah, look at that. Look at that intersection I made here. I didn't want to make roundabouts because I do want to have the straight piece appear. And to actually make this, we have this sort of intersection. I'm not totally sure if it's going to work very well. I need to set up the lane markings already. I just pointed them out how they're going. We have several of them. So there's another one. One other is over here, and another one is over there. It's not even painted yet, so that is something we need to do. And yeah, I'm not sure if they work very good. We will see. Hopefully they do, but I'm not expecting the killing amount of traffic. So it should be manageable. But that's something we need to check out and trying to solve in the process of actually building the city in Uranus. So okay, well, I think we're going to end here. And if you want to know more about Uranus, oh my gosh! If you want to see more building processes in here, just be sure to subscribe to my channel, hit the little bell button so you get informed when I put up a new video about Uranus. Oh my gosh. So, and yeah, if you don't like the puns, leave me a comment. So if you don't like them, and most of you people just give me a comment that I stop talking about Uranus, then leave a comment. I may consider it to rename the island if too many people feel intimidated about it, because I keep talking about Uranus all the time. So we do have this island here with lots of circular structures with things in the middle, and yeah, we do have this city. So I hope you enjoyed somehow this little new series about Uranus. And this will definitely go to be very interesting to actually solve all the issues having with the smaller available space. So be patient, wait for the next episode of this little series, and I wish you a nice day. See you next time. Bye bye.